Today I'm going to show you how to use a ratchet strap. I'm using this big one because it's easier to see what happens, but all of them pretty much work the same way. First off, I have the strap going all the way around the load, which is called choking. I like to choke the load whenever possible. It helps hold things together and keep things from sliding out. It works especially well when you have like a bunch of 2x4s or some lumber or something. So wrap the strap all the way around if possible. And I'm just strapping this to the runner board of my truck, but this will work for any setup that you may have. You want to make sure that the front of the ratchet strap is facing away from the load, which means that these little ratchet parts are facing out. Then you can ratchet this so that this slot that is right here is facing out also, because the strap is going to come through that slot. I like to keep the strap mostly straight. One little twist in it will be good because it'll make it so that the strap doesn't make a loud sound on the highway. But let's see, just go through the back like this. Just like so, through the back, and then back through the front on top or on bottom. I'll show you that in a sec. And pull it out. In this case, you're going to leave it a little loose so that there is enough slack here so that the the strap itself can spin in here and put pressure on itself. Otherwise, this whole thing can just slip out no matter how many times you ratchet it. So you just ratchet it back and forth until you get some good tension on there. You can see that this truck needs some new paint, so I'm not too worried about scratching the paint, but you could use a pad here or something, or use the method that I'm about to show you. But okay, so let's say that's good, it's nice and tight. Then you want this to come all the way back down. See, this little thing right here is not engaged behind this gear, the ratchet mechanism. It's stuck here. This is the plate that actually stops the gear from spinning. So you need to pull it just a little bit more, and now that has locked in there. And now this comes down here, and this locks in. Now this is, once it gets in there, it's locked in. This can't open, and it prevents this from coming out. So that kind of locks everything in. And then you just got to do something with this tail. I'm going to show you what I like to do with the tail, which requires opening this again. I'm just going to pop that open. So that's how you open it once it's already locked on there. You just pull this lever down, and then while holding it down, you open this up, and you get to this part up here where there's a second ring, and you just push the strap back, and that'll pop the strap open. And now you can pull the strap through, and it'll loosen up, and you can pull it through. I can show you what to do with the tail here, what to do with the slack. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that this thing is nice and straight. And I want all the slack to be on the side where I'm tightening the strap. I want this ratchet to tighten up against the loose end of the strap. So what I do is I do the same method. I'll put the strap through the back just like that, and instead of coming back on top like I did before, I'll come back under. And what that does is that ensures that the loose end of the strap will be against the load, and I can tighten the strap up against itself and tighten it up until it's mostly tight, just like so. Have it mostly tight. I'll ratchet it a couple times, and I'll take this whole end and roll it up into a nice little roll here. And then I can put it against the truck here. which also helps protect the paint a little bit, if that's what you desire. Get that nice and tight. And then once again, you just bring it down here and it's locked in. All this is locked in, just like you want. Now sometimes you're gonna wanna undo the strap little by little because you don't wanna pop the whole thing, or there's too much tension on it and you don't wanna just pop the whole thing loose. So what you do is you bring this thing up until it engages on one of these teeth of the sprocket, and then you just pull this up and let the tension off, and then you can pull this down, and then you can do that one by one. And see, that loosened it a little bit, and I can do that again. Lift up, take a little bit of pressure off, push this plate down, and then let it engage again on one gear. And just kind of slowly do that back and forth until you can bring this thing up and pop it off. Boom. And now it's popped. You'll be able to hear if there's a good amount of pressure on here, it'll actually make a good pop. So it's locked in. Pull this up to open it, bring it all the way up to the top till you're about right there, and that's when you're going to pop it, like boom, just like that. And now this plate is locked in here, and you can just pull the strap open. And sometimes it helps after you get it a little loose to pull that plate up again so that it can spin. This is how you use a ratchet strap. This is how you use a ratchet strap. Blah, 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 ratchet strap. Do, 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 ratchet strap. Blah, 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 ratchet strap.
Don't know how to get out of what I'm in. I've seen your lanterns fading, now they're gone upon the wind. And I don't know how to get back from where I've been. My weary heart is sinking fast, and there's no more wine to soothe it.